$800 for a gaming monitor? What the? Look, we need to talk. You don't need to spend $800 on a monitor. For $800, you could build a PC for $450. I just did it right here. That runs everything in ultra settings, and you can still have money left over to buy a PS4 or Xbox One, and then maybe still have a little bit left over after that if you do it right. So $800 just seems like an extraordinarily large amount of money. I'm not saying that those monitors aren't worth it. I mean, if you've got a ton of money, you know, go out and buy that, you know, the Asus Mg279q, you know, 144 hertz monitor that's got that's IPS and G-Sync. That's fantastic. But for the rest of us, we're looking for something, most importantly, that has low input lag. By input lag, I don't mean response time. Don't get the two confused. I mean the difference between the time that you're pressing and inputting on your keyboard, controller, or mouse and when it ends up on your screen. So here are 5 awesome budget monitors under $200 that won't take any slack in games, be perfect option if you're trying to play competitively in any kind of Twitch-sensitive game.
Before I go on, I just wanted to ask for 2 quick favors. The first is that after this video, you go check out the article I've written up over at top10gamer.com. It has all the info we've mentioned in the video here, as well as other important information we don't talk about. The link for that is in the description, along with links to the Amazon pages for these monitors. Please use those links to support us, as it allows us to make increasingly better content while not having to rely solely on AdSense. The first monitor I'm going to mention that's just going to make it so you don't suck at games. I mean, again, if you have input lag, then you sucking might not be completely your fault. It could be partly your fault. It always is. But a monitor that certainly will take the sucking out of the equation is the Asus Vx 238H. Now, this monitor right now on Amazon is $139. I've seen it as low as $110. You'll want to wait till it goes on sale. But with a 10 ms input lag, fantastic responsiveness, game mode, and the Asus iCare technology, this is something that's been popping up all over the place on a lot of their monitors. So I'm not sure if it's just the flicker-free stuff for less eye fatigue that they've used before, or they've added it on or something else. But, you know, in general, I've had good experience with Asus monitors. So whether you're using a console or a PC, this monitor will work. It's got plenty of connections, including HDMI, which you're going to need for the PS4 or the Xbox One. If you're looking for something with a fantastic picture, wide viewing angles, then you can go with an IPS monitor like the Asus VS239H-P for just around $130. It's going to connect to your PS4, Xbox One, or computer, and especially if you're a PC user, it's something that you're going to want to use to improve your overall computing experience. An IPS monitor, they're just more vivid, and this particular screen is fantastic for just $130. Definitely one I'd recommend if you're looking for a budget option. The next budget monitor I want to recommend is the Asus Mg275H, a FreeSync monitor with iCare, and it's listed as a console gaming monitor. This is a 75 Hz refresh rate monitor, so I don't really know that I'd consider it a console gaming monitor. You can certainly use it for that. It's going to be just as responsive as the other monitors on this list. It has some game functions as well that might optimize and help your experience. However, I don't know if I'd spend this much if I was just going to use it on a console. I'd probably go with the IPS model I mentioned before this one. What's so great about this is if you've got an AMD graphics card that supports FreeSync, you're in and out of the gate pretty cheap here. I mean, if you get an equivalent G-Sync monitor, it's going to cost you several $100s more. So it's good that you can not only get something here that supports a refresh rate beyond 60 Hertz, you get something here that supports that adaptive sync technology that so many of us have grown to rely on in the FPS and RTS industry. Now, it's not on the list, but if you don't have an AMD graphics card, you can always go with something like the Asus VG248QE, you know, something like a 144 Hertz monitor that will allow you a super fast refresh rate. You can usually get those around $240, $250, and then you can have a really good experience, you know, even without something like a FreeSync or a G-Sync. So if you're wanting to stay in a budget price range, you know, and don't want to pay for that G-Sync experience, that's probably where I'd go. Next on the list is very similar, another FreeSync supported monitor, and the Viewsonic Vx 2757-MHD. This is a 27-inch gaming monitor. It looks pretty great. I prefer the Asus model overall, but they don't make it in the 27-inch size. You can get this one in a 24-inch size as well, but you know, just overall a super responsive monitor with black stabilization, low input lag, and something that you're not going to have to worry about in terms of competitiveness. The last monitor on our list is the Asus Mg279q, a 4K monitor that's just simply fantastic. It's ultra responsive, low input lag, 4K, and it even has an IPS panel, all for just around $300. A similar G-Sync model would definitely cost in excess of $500. Not only that, you get this fantastic stand with a tilt swivel pivot and height adjustment, which I really like. You know, I just kind of have to move my monitor wherever I want it. I'm a little bit of a monitor snob. I want it to be nice. And if you go with something like this, you're getting a $300 monitor that feels more like a monitor that's around $500. You get the wide viewing angles, you get the responsiveness, the better color reproduction, just overall a very quality monitor. Now I know a lot of you are going to be getting the PS4 Pro this coming holiday season. You could certainly use it with that. It certainly wouldn't allow you to use the FreeSync that's included with it. However, the main point here is getting an IPS monitor that's responsive, super low input lag, and not too expensive. And it works as that. It does a great job, again, as you know, a console gaming monitor in that situation, or something for your PC.
All right, that's all I have to say for today. If you've got a recommendation for a good gaming monitor under $200, please let us know in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, press that like button. It helps this video to get more exposure. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more videos like this, and we've got more PC builds and everything gaming related that you can even imagine coming up. So go ahead and press that subscribe button. Also, help the channel out monetarily by using the links in the description below. It doesn't cost you anything, and it gives us a small kickback. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great gaming day, and we'll see you next time.